What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Different Lens Media. It has been so long since I posted. I know, but we're back, and today we're gonna break down a fight scene that I did for a competition. Now, we're going to go over what went well, what went wrong, what to do better, how we're going to do better next time, and maybe cover some stuff we got coming up down the pipeline. So, we open up wide. We push in on a dolly slowly. I come around the corner. I'm scanning the room with my gun. I'm looking around for a bad guy. Hunter, who is bad guy 1, comes out of the room, pushes me against the wall. We struggle, we go back into the room. Now we have a hidden cut right here. Now this is a way for us to jump cut and for us to solve a problem we had. So you see, we actually were doing the fight choreography the day of, and neither of my other actors had fight experience. Something you might not know about me is that I have been doing martial arts since I was 10 years old. However, my actors weren't necessarily martial artists. And on top of that, with our busy schedules, I was in college, they were in college, all three of us had jobs. It was kind of hard to get together to do the fight choreography outside of the day we were filming. So fast forward, we get into the room. It's a way for us to jump cut, to get rid of the gun, because we didn't have time to choreograph a way for Hunter to strip the gun out of my hands. We come out, we hit each other a few times, push him off. He pulls a knife out. We wanted it to be smooth, kind of like Daredevil or John Wick, where there are cuts, but you see the action play out almost in front of the camera. I'm supposed to parry, and then do a low line block down and kind of get him an arm bar and push him against the wall. That was the plan. What actually happened on filming was I missed almost both parries every take we did. It was supposed to be timed a certain way. Both of us were off, so we never made contact. The best way to do this is to sit down with your actors with rubber props, foam props, and really work through the stunts, the motions, the beats, with making sure people are swinging at the right speed while you're trying to parry. This goes for punches, weapons, anything. Okay, so I deal with the knife. I push Hunter against the wall. He's out of the fight temporarily. And then enters Logan. He runs in, starts hitting me. Hunter comes in, I end up grabbing Hunter's punch, throwing him into Logan. Logan starts batting him. Then I deal with Logan. I get the baton from Logan, hit Logan, and this whole thing was messy, sloppy. It didn't quite go the way it should have went. It was meant to be a whole nother counter where I come in and I do this fancy Filipino martial arts counter. I elbow him, I disarm, I do something else, he falls to the ground, and then Hunter comes in and we do the exact same move. So when Hunter comes in and goes to stab, we had another answer to taking the knife away, and we're going to get a close-up of me basically breaking his arm, pulling the knife out of his hand, and then slitting his throat. Sorry for the graphicness, but anyway. And we're supposed to cut right there, do a close-up, and I was going to replace it. We didn't know until like 2 weeks later. I'm editing this thing, finally getting to sit down, edit it. It's almost a deadline. And sat down and was getting through the whole thing and realized, oh, we don't see what happens to him. You just see me something of another in the background. You can't even see what I'm doing. So, long story short, all these details of getting everyone together, we're like rushing to get it filmed, and we put out all this plastic on the ground. Even had plexiglass on the camera, a big sheet of plexiglass just in front of the camera lens. And Hunter had these nasty chewable blood capsules he was going to spit at the camera as I cut his throat. And we did like, I don't know, 6, 7 takes, I kid you not, and not one take did we actually get the blood hitting the camera. And we went through so many packages of capsules. They taste horrible, people. If you don't know, they taste horrible. You're not meant to taste good. And he had to chew so many, and his teeth are just red, nasty, and he had a hard time getting that out of his teeth. I actually forgot that Logan had another baton when we were filming, just so you know, and he came swinging at me, and it was supposed to be again, a completely different takedown. We had something way better planned, and that looked way cooler, and instead I got him into what I call a figure 4 lock. So kind of make it a figure 4 with your hands, and I take him down. It was another one of those reactions where I was like, oh no, he's hitting me. I thought he was gonna punch, and so I was gonna do this cool parry and block, and then into a different takedown. And another thing was, we still have the dolly track on this floor, just so you know. It goes almost the entire length of the hallway, and so we're still stepping around that while fighting, and I totally dumped Logan onto that on accident. Sorry, Logan. I still owe you one. But take him down, we moved the whole track, moved everything back, got this last shot, you know, basically asking where is he. You see me walking down the hallway, you see me enter a doorway, and then you see my brother. So the way we actually filmed this was where the entire operations was set up in this building where we were filming. There was actually a rec room where they had a pool table, full kitchen, and we just sat my brother up in the hallway that goes into it and lit it and then filmed that. The first thing we filmed, then we tore everything down, set everything back up for the fight. So why am I showing this? Well, I wanted to show a success and a failure in the same short film. Fight scenes are hard. They're very rarely done right in Hollywood. And ultimately, I've learned from them. I've learned from watching movies, anime, you name it, taking notes. And all I can say is plan, coordinate, do the choreography way ahead of time, work on it. Even if you don't have a deadline, take the time and work with people's schedules, film yourself doing the choreography, practice, put hours into it, break it down. So another thing we didn't do correctly is that we were trying to do all in one take, and that's hard. We should have broken it up more. We should have added more cutaways. We should have filmed to the cut-in, paused, continued. That makes sense. So not necessarily moving the camera to film the cut-in, but using those cut-ins as a way to take a break, because we can match it and post with a cut-in and then cut back out on the next take, and it would have been way easier. And everyone was exhausted. We all were out of breath by the end of it, really bruised and beaten, because we actually hit each other quite a few times on the ribs and the lower body. And that's just the key, though, is taking more cuts and getting several good hits in, then cutting, resetting where you were, several good hits in, cutting, couple beats, 3 beats, cut, 3 beats, cut, 3 beats, cut, whatever. That way you're not trying to run through it in one take and you're just exhausting people. Thanks for watching. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Here's a sneak peek of what we got coming on. You're gonna like it. So first and foremost, we have a short film that me and Lauren have been working on for a very long time, and we're just about to start filming on it. And it is really good. And it's our first long form short film. We're aiming for about 25-30 minutes. Script's finished, locations are done. We're simply just planning the shoot. We have a lot more YouTube content alone coming up. So more breakdowns, behind the scenes. I am going to be doing some fight choreography tips and some filming tips, lighting tips, how to direct, how to work with actors, how to plan stuff, how to do breakdowns, what software I use to do all of this. And we also have a Patreon, so feel free to check it out if you want to support the channel. We have long form content, in-depth tutorials coming up, more fight scene stuff on there, longer lessons on that alone, and other stuff that's going to be exclusive to our Patreon that we've yet to announce. So thank you guys for watching. This has been a fight scene breakdown.